We know how long the judicial system can take to prosecute crimes, and if someone is fighting a conviction, it can take even longer. A case close to home some people aren't aware of is Victor Vickers. This is a Kansas City man who says he's innocent and took a plea after getting a new trial ordered. Along with a judge, Vickers believes he should be out of prison. Missouri's legal system has many checks and balances. In Victor Vickers' case, the looming question is who has the authority to grant time served for his release. Vickers' mother remembers the day in 2016. Her son was sentenced in Jackson County to life without parole in a 2011 home invasion. He was charged with first-degree murder and 30-year sentences for first-degree assault and 2 counts of armed criminal action.
The words really didn't register. I had to sit there for a minute and really realize what the judge had just said. He said life without parole. I don't know if you call it a state of denial, but I knew at that point that was not what God had ordered for my son.
Since then, Vickers' case has taken many turns. He says he had one shot at getting his sentence vacated. He won a post-conviction relief motion in 2019.
Essentially, you assert whether or not you had effective assistance of counsel. In his case, Victor had shared with his prior trial counsel that he had an alibi witness who was willing to testify, who was cooperative, who was available, and was not properly vetted, investigated, or called at trial.
After he won that motion, a judge ordered Vickers a new trial. Instead, Vickers accepted an Alford plea to avoid having the case tried a second time. He also thought in doing so, he could get credit for time served.
Lightning was not going to strike twice.
His plea was for voluntary manslaughter, assault in the second degree, and less time for armed criminal action. That meant he was maintaining his innocence, but would accept the reduced charges for a 15-year sentence. That's where this case gets complicated. When Vickers accepted the plea, he believed he could argue for a credit of all the time he had spent in prison. Then based on a Missouri law, he'd be out because of conditional or early release. That law allows for release at 12 years. In 2022, Jackson County Judge John Torrance calculated a credit for his time of 3,767 days, roughly 10 years. That includes his prison time he spent awaiting trial in Jackson County, time he spent in federal custody for a different case, and all the time in the Missouri Department of Corrections for his initial life sentence. If that order were honored, Vickers would be out of prison. The Attorney General's office has objected, believing a judge did not have that authority. A different judge, Drew Davis out of DeKalb County, ordered 2 months ago that because of the credit for Vickers' time served and the time he has spent in prison since, he should be immediately released. One day after that order, a Missouri Court of Appeals judge filed an order prohibiting any action being taken on Judge Davis's order because it's now pending appeal. The Attorney General's office is fighting against Judge Davis's order too.
We thought a judge had the final say. If a judge said he's released to go home immediately, time served, we took that as a fact.
Vickers continues to fight a release date set by the Department of Corrections for November of 2026. While the case is tied up again, I've spoken with Vickers over the phone. He's disappointed in the judicial system and knows the exact amount of time down to the day he's been incarcerated. He has hope it will be over soon.
And see the gates practically open and then immediately shut again. That is crushing.
There are many parties involved: the Attorney General's office, Department of Corrections, courts throughout multiple jurisdictions debating who has the power to allow Vickers' release.
It is at Victor's expense at this point, and he remains in custody while we are waiting for the attorneys to file their complaints, file their rejection of the judge's order.
The Department of Corrections says this is up to the parole board and his time served has not been miscalculated. But that won't stop Vickers, his legal team, and family from trying to prove it was.
As far as being actually to bring him home, my hands are tied. Some days you feel like you're screaming from the inside out.
They believe time served,
He's fighting for his freedom,
should mean just that.
Erring on the side of caution by allowing someone their freedom rather than prohibiting their freedom, to me, seems to be the clear path forward.
The Attorney General's office has not responded to multiple requests for comment over the past week. They have mentioned in court filings one of their main reasons for being opposed to Vickers' release is the sentencing court did not have the power to award his jail time credit. And Vickers is not entitled to all of that time because the federal case is not related to his charges in Jackson County. I asked Vickers' attorneys in our interview, what's next? She said they wait, even if it means fighting until his 2026 release date.